The intimate skincare industry is an explosive category of products that is out there by the thousands. What many don't suspect is that many of these products are actually flat out harmful to the skin or the mucosal surface of these very delicate parts. I just wanted to highlight a few of the products that you must stay away from at all costs, and be mindful of the ingredient list at the back of your package. Read those ingredients carefully and know how to spot the bad actors. I'm Yuval, Bibi, dermatologist. My mission in life is to empower you to step away from the skincare industry nonsense and let the skin work for you instead of you working for the skincare industry. Now, the intimate care industry is relying on several psychological tricks, specifically the appeal to emotion and the appeal to authority. They're making these products that seem like they're the saviors of the day. They're going to save the area and they're going to be used on the area to get your skin working right, working better. And those products are promoted by people of authority, dermatologists or estheticians or gynecologists or all sorts of other experts in the area. What they're not telling you is that these products are actually engineered by chemical engineers, as in product engineers. And those people are just product designers. They're not really user interface people. They have no idea what your experience is like, and they don't really understand the complexity of the skin. So what essentially is happening is that they're throwing a cookie cutter template of ingredients into the product. They're labeling it as intimate care product and they're giving it to you. What's important to realize is that those products are not really specialty intimate area products. They're just generic skincare products that are labeled as if they are special for the area with you in mind. But in fact, the only thing that's special about those products is the labeling and the branding and the marketing. The products themselves are run-of-the-mill skincare products. And as is the case with most skincare products, the majority of those skincare products are water-based. Water-based products, lotions, creams, serums, and other concoctions are almost across the board made in exactly the same image. And that image means that they contain very clear and repetitive categories of ingredients. Specifically, preservatives is one. Preservatives are there to prevent microbial overgrowth and contamination for liability's sake and obviously for safety sake of the product. The problem with preservatives is that, first of all, they do disrupt the microbiome over any area of which they're applied. That area is very, very poorly understood and understudied. So mind you that the skincare industry or the healthcare world is not that well versed in the effects of preservatives on the microbiome, but they surely undermine the microbiome because they're antimicrobials. So they do affect microbial life, only the investigation of such effects is very complicated and underfunded. So we're not going to find out anything major in the near future. And your goal is to avoid complications in the first place by not introducing anything whose effects we don't fully understand to the best of your ability. So preservatives can disrupt the microbiome. Preservatives can also be irritants to the skin or mucosal surfaces. So you must be aware that the preservatives in your skincare products or in your intimate care products may be irritating the area or inducing some low-grade inflammation, which could eventually become more pronounced, leading to a serious problem. The other ingredient category that's always included in water-based products is the emulsifiers. The emulsifiers cut into the water-oil interface and bring water and oil together for a milky consistency that allows for a much more pleasurable application of the product to the skin. Trouble is with emulsifiers is that they undermine the lipid layer of the skin barrier or mucosal barrier, and they may pose as irritants as well. Not to mention that there's a myriad of other downstream effects that emulsifiers can lead to that are poorly understood, and therefore I would stay from emulsifier containing products over the intimate areas as well. Other ingredients that are surely to be included in most of these intimate products are fragrance and dyes to make the product a lot more nice to apply to the area without consideration to the downstream effects of these ingredients. So those ingredients in those skincare products that seem so nice and fluffy and are delivered to you in the most beautiful packages can cause serious harm to the area. They can upset the mucosal surface. They can upset the microbial life that must exist on the area to maintain its integrity and well-being. We must sustain a certain pH level over the area that those products can sometimes disrupt as well. In other words, those products are sort of a black box as far as what they do to the integrity and the function of the skin and the mucosal surface of the privates. So my advice to you is to tread lightly. Do not use water-based products over the private parts, as in lotions and creams. They are surely to disrupt the area. If you must use a product to moisturize, and that is not a given, by the way, I would use a moisturizer only if the area is dry or sensitized. And always be sure to investigate with the aid of a board-certified dermatologist if there's an underlying reason for that dryness, sensitivity, or irritation, as those may be the result of an actual chronic skin problem that needs to be addressed and treated specifically with medication or other technologies. But if you must apply a skincare product to the area to moisturize, either to address skin dryness or even as a lubricant, use Oasis Moisturizing Balm, which I created myself with 3 edible, vegan, organic ingredients: shea butter, cocoa butter, and argan oil. This product is made with only these 3 ingredients. It is made with nothing more but these 3 ingredients, meaning it's free of preservatives, it's free of emulsifiers, it is free of dyes and of artificial fragrance, and can serve in all capacities that we mentioned as far as lubricating the area or protecting the area to allow it to heal and recover. So avoid water-based products to the area unless specifically discussed with your physician for the application of medication to address specific conditions, and obviously address any underlying issues with the help of your board-certified dermatologist. Let me know in the comments section what sort of lotions and creams you've eliminated from your skincare routine and diet. Let me know what sort of improvements you've experienced after eliminating these unnecessary products. Also, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for more no BS skincare advice. See you next time. God bless.